I'm here with Sean Hyatt at Johnny's Diner. Some people think we should make professional videos, and maybe we will one day, Sean, but frankly, I like doing it like this, where there's stuff in the background and it's real life, and we'll call it guerrilla videos or something.
You can probably hear the 50s music.
That's right. This is my music.
Just enjoy it.
One of the reasons that I want to do this is I hope to inspire a lot of people to start pulling out their iPhones and capturing stories. So you're going to share today about what we've been calling sort of a virtual cohort that has been formed from people who just came to the website and said, I'd like to be a part of the community, and I'm willing to go through this Church 101 course. And this is the first time we've done this. I think it's real significant. We hope to do it once a month, but I'd like you to reflect on sort of who was in it, what did you do, and important parts of that story.
Yeah, so since we launched the new Luke 10 website in September of 2012, just several months ago, people have been stumbling onto it through the internet, watching videos, going, man, I like what I'm hearing. How can I be a part of this? So there's a form on there, and the form allows people to say, hey, I want to be a part of the community, and how do I do that? So we get forms from people, and these are people all over the U.S. and several from around the world. Africa, Philippines, France, so several places. So basically we had 25 or so prospects, forms that were filled out in the last few months of 2012. We contacted those people and said, hey, we're starting a free 4-week virtual course, or long-distance course is another way of putting that.
Church 101.
Church 101.
Yep.
That's the basic requirement for everyone who is a part of the Luke 10 community. So to be able to get on the forum, to access most of the website, just go through this basic course. That way everyone in the community sort of shares a similar DNA. So of those 25 or so prospects, 13 joined in the January course. It was 5 couples and 3 individuals. One of them was from France, our new friend Rich, and then couples from California, Tennessee, Ohio, Denver, Texas. Yeah. And so we started in January, 4 weeks. We opened a private group area on the Luke 10 website to serve as our online classroom.
Sort of in the forum, this is a private group that only your group could be a part of.
Yep, only they can see and be a part of. And so yes, so we engaged there. The way we did it is we asked people to pair up with a CO2 partner. In many cases it was a spouse. One case, a couple cases, a close friend. And so during the 4 weeks, they go through it with the partner, and during these, 4 weeks, they engage with their CO2 partner, Church of 2 partner, on as close to daily basis as possible, sharing on a heart level with each other how they doing today, as well as listening to the Lord, sharing what they're hearing from the Lord, discussing that, and encouraging one another. So during the 4 weeks, they connect daily. We have a conference call for the group once a week, at a time that works best for everybody, at which time we come together and check in as a group, and often spend some time listening as a group right there on the phone.
So you practice checking in on the phone call.
Correct, yeah. So we model that and get to practice it together, make sure everybody's kind of tracking along with that, and as well as take time to stop and say, Lord, what are you saying to us tonight? And practice that key listening practice as well, and share what we're hearing, and the Lord really never fails to show up when people come together and do that with sincere hearts.
So what did you do as facilitator of that group? Some of the facilitators are saying, what do we do when the group gets together? You're kind of saying that, but what's your role?
Yeah, so my role is to help stir discussion, first of all, on that private group page online. So each week to be posting and asking questions of the group and stirring that discussion to help that be not just a group of people taking a class together, but a community of practice, a community who is together, practicing together, and sharing thoughts and challenges and stories together and learning from one another. It's a big part of the learning process. So stirring that discussion, Also hosting those conference calls once a week. So I give them a free conference call number, which is also free to me, and they all hop on at a certain time, and I'll facilitate that time of checking in and listening and sharing. Maybe ask a couple good questions around the material that week for the group to discuss on the conference call. Also to just give some personal attention to each person or couple in the cohort. So, you know, a call, I think a best practice is a call at the beginning or just before the Church 101 group starts.
This would be like a one-on-one call where you call an individual or couple.
Yeah, and no real pressure here, just a call to say, hey, you know, introduce ourselves, hear a little bit of each other's stories. And then halfway through the course, to give them a call, check in on how they're doing. How you doing with listening? How you doing with checking in? How you doing with your CO2 partner? You know, what can I help with? So just some good open coaching questions.
Yep.
And then maybe also a call at the end of the course as well. So as people are going through week 4 and they're, you know, discussing and listening to the Lord and considering helping multiply the movement, how to connect more with the movement, and how to invest in the movement as they're thinking about that stuff. Again, just a no-pressure call to check in with them on that and say, how can I help? What are you hearing? And just discuss. And it just gives the Lord room to work and gives people a very nurturing atmosphere in which to learn.
You do a great job on that.
Thank you. So yeah, it was great. In the end, we had, 3 of the different couples so far have given something when it comes to finances, investing in the movement. We feel like that's a key part. We want this to keep going, and we know that, you know, people's time is worth something. And Luke 10 needs support, so we've just, again, no pressure, asked people to consider and ask the Lord. So 3 of the different couples one ended up giving an offering, a one-time offering to Luke 10. One is considering becoming a micro-donor, a monthly micro-donor of Luke 10. And one also, so far, has said, hey, how can we bless you, Sean, as a facilitator of this course? And I've offered to send an offering to me. So now I forgot to mention that a little bit into the course, I invited my friend Nathan McNally to be a co-facilitator with me. We had so many people, and then some of them could only meet at a different time each week. So he agreed to help and to facilitate a second call each week. And so he jumped in and was a great part of the group as well. So,
what are some of the things that you've seen the Lord do in the midst of these 4 weeks? What kinds of things encourage you that you've seen in folks?
Yeah. Well, first of all, everyone in the course, and again, everyone's from different backgrounds and different places of experience.
These people never met each other before, total strangers.
No, never met me, never met each other. Some of them brand new to the idea of Simple Church. Some of them been doing it a while. But all of them seem to really resonate with the Luke 10 DNA. So just, I didn't hear any negative comments about, you know, checking in or the practice of listening to the Lord. Everyone was real open to it and seemed to really resonate. One of the couples, they saw the videos that we took of me a couple of years back, sharing about how I and my wife Jessica did CO2 as a family on a daily basis for several months, and we're sharing that story of what the Lord did with our kids and with us. They saw those videos. Actually, 2 different couples in the cohort saw those videos and did it with their kids.
Cool.
And were very moved by it and very blessed by it. So they saw it. They went out on a limb and tried to do it for themselves. So we saw some of that. Saw some people going, man, I knew about listening to the Lord. I've done it before, but this really renewed that for me. Several folks said, man, this whole thing of checking in, what an amazing way to add a whole new layer of intimacy to a church family. And they just went on and on about how good that is and how much they hope to use that and will be using that. So saw some great things there. Add all that to the fact that at least 2 of the couples are going to have asked about sharing the Church 101 material with their house church. So one of them's, they're new to a Simple Church, but they're going to be starting a Simple Church family, and they said, what do you recommend? And I said, well, you know, I think you guys do a great job at facilitating that. For those people, it'd be a great way to start a new church. And they agreed, and they're planning on doing that. And another couple said, we have an existing, you know, faith community, and we want to see if they'll allow us to all go through it together with them. So we're seeing the whole multiplying the movement taking place.
Already into the second generation there.
Right. And then one other cool thing, and that was that one of the couples, as we talked together toward the end of the course, I got the sense that they could really use some coaching. They're new to Simple Church. They want to plant this. They want to move forward, although they're sort of halfway between where the Lord had them before and where they want to be going forward. And so I mentioned, I'm feeling like maybe we should keep talking every couple weeks. It's nice to have a third party who can help ask some key questions and help you listen well to your own hearts and to one another and to the Lord as you're moving forward in His work. And so we call that a coaching relationship.
That's right.
So in a couple weeks from now, we'll be joining together on another coaching call with this particular couple as they move forward in leading a new Simple Church. So just lots of exciting stuff.
Exciting.
It showed us that this course so far it really works. It's really resonating. We've learned some things that we want to tweak, but overall we're seeing the Lord use it in a big way.
And you're getting ready to start a new cohort because we've had a bunch more people
Yeah.
who've come to the website.
So just in the last few weeks, again, a good dozen prospects, people going, I want it and I want it. So we're going to be, Lord willing, starting another cohort here in February. So
And if there are people who would like to learn to do what you're doing, leading cohorts sort of virtually,
yes.
you'd be willing to kind of pull them in and teach them what you do.
Yeah, so I understand that we've sensed in a big way that it can't just be one person doing this. The Lord's going to be bringing more and more, we think, from all over the U.S. and the world who want in on this, on Church 101. And so, yes, I'm going to be inviting pretty much whoever wants to join in and listen in and do some learning on how to facilitate a Church 101 course, especially the virtual kind, to join me in the February cohort, listening in, helping out, and learning so that you then can help facilitate some future
Facilitator in
courses.
training kind of a thing.
Facilitator in training.
Fantastic.
You got it.
Great story. You enjoying this music, Sean?
Thanks
Great.
for being with us.
There you go. Thank you.